Hello, this is Monster Crafts, and for this video, we're going to be looking at Huggy Wuggy made from pipe cleaners. First, we start off with the skeleton, which is a bunch of wire pieces. Huggy Wuggy doesn't have a complex skeleton structure, so a lot of it is just single strands. We're going to cut these into the correct sizes and shape the chest piece and the hip piece. The chest piece and hip piece are going to consist of two triangles pointing in opposite directions from each other. Now we are going to wrap all these pieces of wire in blue pipe cleaner so that they hold together better. And we're going to attach the hip piece and chest piece onto the main spine, which is going to be pretty short for Huggy Wuggy since he doesn't have a tail. And they're going to go closer to the bottom as the other half of the spine is going to extend into his head so that the head is posable. Now we're going to attach the leg piece and the arm piece, which is just a single strand of wire running across the length of the legs. Same thing for the arm piece, and these are going to sew into the two triangles so that they have 2 points of contact with the skeleton, and so they're not going to move around. As you can see, it gives it a whole lot of flexibility, and it can hold these poses. This is what it looks like when all the pieces are attached to each other. And because of the wire skeleton, it can hold its own weight. So if you hold the edge of the feet or the arm, the whole thing will hold itself up. It doesn't do a whole lot for this in terms of animation because Huggy Wuggy is so top heavy, and it's kind of impossible to have it walk on its own without dropping down to 4 legs or 3 or having some kind of a stand to put it on. The hands and feet are all the same. They're just like mittens. And in the games, he stands in them on kind of an impossible manner, so I didn't put much thought into them. Going off the in-game model, Huggy Wuggy is a giant plush toy, and I didn't think pipe cleaners could really mimic that texture, where he has a lot of fluff. So I used yarn, and I just wrapped it around the pipe cleaners. It doesn't hold extremely well to the pipe cleaners, but it mimics the texture a lot better. Here's showing off some of the poseability. Alright, and that's the big steps of how I made Huggy Wuggy. So here's a full view of the figure, the back. For the stop motion, I made 3 different mouths to give the illusion of the mouth opening up. One of these are going to have to be the permanent mouth, but they just kind of peg in on the front of the face there. and I have a black felt background. Because I thought about how I'm going to do this, because he has one where his mouth is closed and then when it's fully open. But it's not really physically possible to make a mouth like open and then have volume. It's not really something that can be done, so this works. And it looks like his head doesn't move either when his mouth opens up, so I just kind of had the mouth grow and cover his neck and a little bit of his bow. As for poseability, any poseability you want in these legs, they're just strands of wire, and there's no joint system in these, so they can pretty much do anything a pipe cleaner can. For the head, there's a bit of articulation at the neck right there. Go side to side and up and down. And then at the hip, there is articulation in the middle of the main body here, because that's where the two triangles that's in between the two of them. And if you bend it at a different part, then there won't be any kind of articulation. So right there on the bottom triangle, I can't bend it, but in that space in between the two triangles, there's a spot for movement. And here are some poses I did with the figure. I tried to capture some of the images I just got off Google. This was a pretty fun craft to make. I was watching Markiplier's Let's Play of the new Chapter 3, and I thought that the Huggy Wuggy would really lend itself to be made out of pipe cleaners with how the body is designed. So I hope you enjoyed the video. This was pretty good. I never used yarn like this before to wrap it around a pipe cleaner, so that was pretty cool to be doing. And here are some size comparisons. So with Reggie Rock, Makuta Antros, and then with Godzilla. And yeah, that's the video. So thanks for watching. If there's any questions, I didn't cover everything, but if there's any more questions, you feel free to leave them in the comments and I will answer them. So thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.